Hey, Kyson, so obviously big win for you guys on Saturday. You got your own touchdown. Talk me through that play. You know, you had a big run. How does it feel in terms of getting that catch and then you might find your way all the way down to the end zone?
Man, it feels amazing just to get back in the end zone again. I mean, when you coming out of high school, you know, I'm used to being in the end zone every game, all the time. And, you know, going the whole season without being in the end zone. It felt like, you know, I left something missing, so it felt good to get back in the end zone. In that play, I knew once I made the first guy miss, I knew I wasn't going to let nobody catch me. So I was just, you know, filled with emotions during that play.
Out of the very deep running back room you guys have this season, how do you feel about your own role, obviously, in the room, and then the way you can impact games and practices and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I just think, you know, we all got the big play potential. I feel my role is, you know, make plays and, you know, wherever they put me, be able to perform. So, yeah.
What do you think was your favorite moment about the game outside of scoring the touchdown? Obviously, you guys got a really big win, but so much emotion and going into that game and getting ready for the season. What was kind of like your big key moment from the game besides your touchdown?
Besides the touchdown, really just running out on that field again, you know. It's just a real feeling. I mean, most people don't ever get to feel that feeling. So just go running out on the field, you know, seeing the crowd, seeing the students come out, you know, it's a special feeling. So I think just that moment, just for me again, it was one of the key moments of the night.
What's been the big difference from you from last year? Because you've improved. We saw it in the spring. You've improved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What did you work on, and how does that translate?
I really just try to work on a lot of different things. You know, being more flexible. Translating my strength into, you know, actually on the field, on the ground, you know, being a little bit more versatile. This year, I mean, in the offseason, I try to work on, you know, my catching a little bit more because I know with Coach Arroyo's offense, you know, we're going to be needing more in the pass game too. So, you know, just worked on everything for real, but, you know, harp on those things.
What do you think for you was the biggest key in terms of getting better outside of like just working on the catching or like working on stuff? Is something that you did differently than what you usually had done in off seasons prior to get better this last year?
Not necessarily nothing different, you know, just more intense, you know, had to up the ante, you know, just a mindset thing for real, just wanting to be better. So really just, you know, continue to work hard, hit it every day, and, you know, have the mentality, you know, for coming in, competing, and working hard every day.
You mentioned that mentality. Now looking forward towards an SEC opponent for you guys, how do you mentally get refocused and ready to go after getting a win? You got the hype and then having the roller coaster of getting ready to go again.
I think just looking back on last season, you know, some of the guys that were here last year, you know, we understand the feeling of how it is to lose. You know, me personally, I don't like to lose, so I mean, it's the thought of wanting to keep that same ante going, you know, that same drive to win another game, you know what I'm saying? Everybody loves to win, right? So, like, you know, it's just that drive of coming back, trying to get another dub.
How do you feel like the practice was today in terms of getting that energy back?
Yeah, of course, you know, guys felt a little banged up, but I think it's working through that, you know, straining through that. I think that shows that we're a tougher team. And just shows, you know, how, you know, how we translated from last year to this year.
You're from Mississippi, right? That's
yes,
why
ma'am.
They call you that. So, any special feeling for this game?
Man, it's just a real feeling. You know, I got family that, you know, they growing up, they're Mississippi State fans, Ole Miss fans, but so, you know, some of my family debating if they want to cheer for me or not. You know, but it's gonna be good. Seeing a lot of hometown friends. I got a couple guys that, you know, I went to high school with in Mississippi and I played against them. My coach actually coached at Mississippi State, so it's gonna be good seeing those guys, and hopefully we can compete at a good level, and, you know, at the end of the day, get a dub.
How far is that? Like a drive? And did you guys go there to visit or anything?
Oh yeah, I've been there a couple times. Starkville is probably, I say, an hour 30 away from Tupelo, Mississippi. So yeah, I've been there a couple times. We played against Starkville, Mississippi a bunch of times. So yeah, it's around the way.
You guys have been talking about ASU never being an SEC team, and the opportunity that you have, that must be a little bit extra for you.
I mean, for me, it's just another opponent. Just, you know, trying to get another dub for real. I mean, that doesn't mean nothing to me. I mean, they put their pants on the same way I do, so it's just the next opponent, you know, trying to get another dub.
Do you feel an extra bit of confidence or assuredness in your own abilities now after scoring a touchdown and getting a win? I know you guys work really hard into what you're doing, but obviously that feeling of getting your own first victory this season, like how does that mentally impact you?
The confidence was always there, just coming from the offseason. I mean, we know how hard we work, and, you know, we know those guys on the other side haven't worked harder than us. So I think the confidence comes from, you know, this offseason carrying over into the season. But of course, you know, getting my touchdown on my own, you know, boost that confidence a little bit more. So it's just really carrying that confidence over week by week.
balanced running back room. It seems like this is a season where the stats could be every game like they were last week, where it's balanced.
Yeah, we got a dynamic room. Just some guys that can make some plays in any position, anywhere on the field. So I think we have a good balance of backs, and it allows us to keep our running back room fresh. So it allows for those big plays to open up, because guys are not as tired, and guys are not as worn out.
How do you feel about the group in general after week 1?
Man, I love those guys. I think we perform, how we've shown we perform. We've seen a lot of spurts from guys in the offseason, spring, and fall. So I think that we've shown that we can be one of the best groups in the country. So I think everyone got to see that last Saturday, and I think we got to continue to show that.
Did your team's play surprise you at all?
No, it didn't surprise me at all. I mean, we worked hard. Our practices are 10 times harder than that game was. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all. But seeing those guys get to, showcase what we've all been working on in the summer, spring, and, it's just a real feeling seeing everybody, put it all on the field, smile work for their brothers.
You told us on the radio after the game you're really stoked for this game because you're from Mississippi originally, right?
Yeah, I'm really stoked. Like I told him, I come from Tupelo, Mississippi. It's like an hour away from Starkville. So it's a lot of guys I played high school ball with, that's on the team. Jake Ware, Hayes, Hammond, a couple of those guys. So it's gonna be a surreal feeling, getting this, be on the same field with those guys again. And, just playing against my hometown state, it just means something a little different.
And playing an SEC school and having a chance to be a part of the first ASU team ever beating an SEC team, what does that mean?
I mean, like I said, it doesn't really mean much to me just because it's just another opponent. I mean, I look at them the same way I look at any other team. I feel like we have what it takes to win, not just because they're an SEC school or, just because of who they play. I think we just bring the same type of energy that we have all week, all season, carry this over to this game, and I think we can get it done.
What was your take on Sam's play in week 1 with his quarterback debut?
Yeah, Sam played very, very well, of course. I felt like he was real comfortable, and I think he showed that, he has what it takes to manage his offense, and the moment wasn't too big for him. So I'm really proud of the way he played, and he's shown that as I said all season. So it was nothing new. I was just proud of him.
Coach Dillingham mentioned the importance of having the crowd there like it was last week against Wyoming, and trying to break the record of the most student attendance ever against Mississippi State coming up. Do you have any messages you want to say to any of the ASU fans about coming out to this game and being there for you guys on this weekend?
Come out. It's going to be a movement. It's going to be a show. I mean, last game was rocking, and you seen the performance that we put on. We needed that. We needed, that crowd to be there with us behind our backs. I mean, it means a lot to have, everybody coming out supporting us. So I say, man, come out, support us, man. Let's get this dub.